Hey, people of faith, Pastor Daniel Epley here on Friday, October the 13th. Have you ever had one of those weeks where it just kind of feels long and there's suffering going on in the world and the days just kind of feel drudgy, like, the weather's changing, and, we love fall, but we don't love the coldness all that much, That's not true. I actually love the cold weather. But you just kind of have those kind of long weeks. And then on a Friday morning, one of your dear friends sends you a message and it just kind of puts you in the right mood. So I had a dear friend of mine. I did not ask her permission, so I didn't. I'm not going to call her name, but she sent me this message and this meme, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious because as soon as I saw it, I immediately started typing a sermon in response, and I had so much fun with it that I thought that I would share it with you guys as well. So the meme that she sent was this. It says, "Pastors can make anything into a sermon. You give a pastor 15 minutes and they will turn how eating Cheetos is like walking with Jesus." And I immediately just preached a sermon off of it. And I said, eating Cheetos is like your walk with Christ. Once you take that first step with Jesus, you'll realize you can't have just one chip. You got to eat yet another chip, and you got to take yet another step with Jesus. And then before you know it, you've taken so many steps with Jesus that you've got this ooey gooey goodness all over your fingers. The bag is already all gone, and you're covered with the stuff that makes Jesus who Jesus is. His grace, His mercy, His love, His truth is now all over you and I. So we are covered in grace, mercy, love, and truth. And if we're hanging out with people, which we're social beings, we might want to do that. We might want to aggravate some people, maybe mom, dad, family member, sister, sibling, brother. Might want to touch them with some of the ooey gooey goodness of Jesus. We might want to reach out maybe to our enemies and just draw a line on their back with the grace and love of Jesus, right? Yeah, we got that ooey gooey goodness, and we might want to spread it. Now, they might not want to hear it. They might not want to see it. They might say, "Ooh, get that away from me. I don't want any of that." But if the Spirit moves in their lives, they might not just want what's covered in you, but they want the source themselves. They might themselves say, "Oh, give me a Cheeto. Oh, let me take a walk with Jesus too." And then they too will be covered in their own version of the ooey gooey goodness of Jesus, His grace, His mercy, and love. And let me wind down here by saying this. What's the best part of eating a Cheeto? The best part of eating Cheetos is not the crunch by crunch, even though those are good. I do love the crunchiness. It's when you get to the end of the bag and you realize, ooh, there's some dessert left over. There's some time to stop and savor the ooey gooey goodness. All that orange dust that you've shared with your friends and family, you realize there's some of that just for you. There's plenty of grace, mercy, and love just for you. And just like when we come to the end of time in our lives and we cross over to the other side of the Jordan into the kingdom of heaven, we find that Jesus has prepared a place for us. And not only has He prepared a place for us, but it is His heavenly feast. He has prepared a meal just for you so that we can taste and see that the Lord, He is good. And He has covered us in this ooey gooey goodness. The more we walk with Him, the more we will shine and be like Him. And we find at the end of times, we will be with Him forevermore. We can stop at the end and savor all of His grace, mercy, and love forevermore. That makes me say thanks be to God. Amen. Amen. It's a Funday Friday. Go out there and live for Jesus and shine His light in your life and in the hearts and lives of others. Thanks be to God. Thank you so much for my dear friend who sent this to me. You never know how a little message might just kind of brighten everybody's day. God bless you guys.